setting up like web pages and registering his kids' names. It's not even his kid, but this kid's name's like uh, as a domain name, so that people can all go there and give more money to him, and so he can get his face all over the news and pull at your heartstrings and then talk about how evil those fucking guns are. All right, but we really have to move along. Okay, this is probably the funniest. Well, not funniest, but comical relief, if you will. I mean, it's these two goofballs right here, these two partners in crime. And it's like, these people are bad actors. I don't watch TV a lot. I don't watch a lot of dramas or sitcoms. It's mostly just like, when I'm hanging out with my friends, I'm gonna watch a sports game. Don't really get intrigued by, see, I don't even know what the popular shows are. But, anyways, this goofball, like, dress him up in, like, a brand new Newton baseball hat, to show that he's, like, totally part of the community. And they give him this goofball, what do you call it, Burberry scarf to, like, show that, we're, like, to dress him up like a local, like he's sort of part of this upper class suburb, blah blah blah. And his supposed wife, or actor or partner in crime. I say crime because they're basically, you know, totally full of shit, and they're disseminating this info to the public about a mass murder. Like, that's obstruction of justice. Maybe, well, I'm not even going to go there, but these people are sick. But also at the same time, it's kind of comical relief to see these actors up there trying to act sad, and they can't even shed a tear. Probably because it's so dry and cold and dry, they can't get the tears flowing. They need to get some Visine or something. I think it's funny how, I mean, obviously his supposed wife is trying not to laugh, trying to obscure her face as much as possible. Um, okay, one unknown, one thing I kind of don't like is, yeah, people are saying that this is like the Aurora, Colorado shooter's lawyer in some pictures. I'm not totally convinced, and I think it's kind of a jump to conclusion at this point, so I would be careful with that. Uh, don't mean to waste time. I think this is irrelevant, but I mean, like, that's Jabba the Hutt. Pretend to cry. This goofball. It's a family member of, oh god, I think Robbie Parker? No, might have forgotten, but anyways, she's got her earpiece in, she's got her Bluetooth in, in case she gets a really important phone call while she's giving a speech on, international television. So she's got her earpiece in, might be prompting her, might not. She just could be one of those huge weirdos who still wears Bluetooth earpieces, but whatever, like I did not, widen this photo at all. It really is that weird. So, anyways, getting to this guy, we all know him. And this is just so weird. Like, this guy is a sick fuck. Rolls up to the microphone, smiling, and then, gives a few deep breaths, gets into character, gives us totally fake bullshit, like politician style speech. And, like the internet is flabbergasted. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this person? Um, okay, this is purely my speculation, so take it with a grain of salt, but if this guy is a Mormon from Utah, I mean, the CIA does like the Mormons because, they, spend a year abroad, I guess proselytizing or, going to different countries to ride their bicycle around and learn different languages and cultures and try to convert the locals. Uh, I'd love to see how much success they've had with that. But anyways, yeah, so the Mormons are all sent abroad, and I guess I guess State Department, CIA would be interested in people like that. But anyways, that's pure speculation. I don't think this guy is like an Anderson Cooper type who is on record as some CIA employee, intern, whatever. Who cares? He was involved with it. He's rich as fuck. He comes from huge wealth, and like he doesn't need the money. He just fucking loves getting up there and lying to you and manipulating you and seeing you suckers take the bait. Well, I don't mean to lash out at the internet community because I think they've kind of they were the ones who opened my eyes to this, but this guy Robbie Parker, it's so weird because number one, they show us the video of him smiling, rolling up to the podium and giving a bullshit speech, and this is semi-irrelevant, but if you ever seen the South Park episode where Cartman goes before Congress to lobby against stem cell research, I mean, it reminds me a lot of that speech. And if you know the character Eric Cartman, he's kind of the kid who's, evil, full of shit, deceptive, and it's just like Robbie Parker's speech. But anyways, the weird part is not like, oh my god, we've uncovered something here. It's that they give out these photoshopped photos along with it. And like they're badly photoshopped. For anyone who's used Photoshop will be like what the fuck is going on here? Your kids have mutated hands, and like there's like one of your children you obviously don't really love because you don't touch her, and she's kind of off to the side in all of your weird pictures. Freaking creep. So largest point. Oh, sorry. One more guy to point out is Paul Vance and his goofy hat. Here he is talking about like doing some, or how they're talking to the news about how they do drills and how they're all ready for the drills, and now he's got his goofy hat all ready for the drills. And then we see Paul Vance up there again, in front of like dozens of microphones. Is that even necessary? But yeah, they put like dozens of microphones. He gets up there in his goofy hat with a little cadre of goofy hatted minions, and basically answers all these questions as obscurely as possible, and basically says that people on the internet who are asking questions or about this or attempting to do like citizen journalists, that they're the ones who are disseminating incorrect information, and we will prosecute you for that. Really? You're gonna prosecute journalists for asking questions? Good luck with that. Like, bring it on. The most important point I wanted to make in all of this, if you've made it through, is that I do see the theme of this company called Crisis Actors. And for those of you out there who like to get a little esoteric, it does kind of look like ISIS actors. But anyways, I think this is a huge diversion. I think this is a sick company. When you go onto their website, you see like a picture of a guy holding a pretend gun at some girl who's pretending to like freak out in fear and like about to get shot. It's sick. These people are sick, and they're a bunch of like mentally ill actors, failed drama student types, can't get a real job, so they get some probably government funded job to do some bullshit simulation scenarios so the jackbooted thugs can run around and with their toys and bring out their expensive shit that got federal funds for. But that's another issue. Just saying, the point I'd like to add is that I think the crisis actors thing is a distraction, and that they probably weren't involved, and that some of these few people that you keep seeing coming up and up over and over again, who look like just total drugged out goofballs, or pushing some ridiculous agenda, you really have to start asking questions and being a little more skeptical. So, in summary, I think none of these shit drama students would be able to keep their mouths shut. So, I don't think that there are actors on the scene. I think they're just a bunch of sick, psychopathic people who are exploiting this. And, like, look, the fact of the matter, the actor's this guy. The actor's Anderson Cooper. Anderson Cooper is an actor. Gets up there on TV, puts on his puppy dog smile, kind of wrinkles his forehead, pretends to look really concerned, and like he's really concerned for you and for everyone. He's got a good act. He's an actor, admit it. And it's like, if you buy any of Anderson Cooper's shit, it's like, good God, get that stuff pumped from your stomach immediately.